Up today.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Welcome to the November 2nd, the magnificent, magical Monday edition of today's Trader's Edge show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Hope everyone out there is having a great day. Let's make sure we have an extraordinary one. And the easiest way to do that is to always remember that life is happening for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I make that one little 2x4 shift, it means we can find the gift in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Now, today, you and I, we're going to go check on the circumstance of these markets. We'll go figure out what those bulls and bears, what those buyers and sellers are communicating to you and I just past 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I want you to know that I'm absolutely grateful for your presence here. And much more important than that, during this next 60 minutes, I'm here to serve you. So feel free to pick up that phone. You can dial on in, 877-927-6648. If you can't dial in, you can always send me an email like David H. did here. You can send that to Steve at TFNN.com. Inside the subject heading, please put radio show question. And in our Tiger's Den, well, anything will do. So let's go ahead and get this show started on magical, magnificent, marvelous Monday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to the show. Right now, a little bit of a mixed bag out here. The NASDAQ off 37, NASDAQ Composite down 23. Otherwise, everything else is trading to the upside. Dow's up 288, S&P 23, Russell 15. We'll go try to figure out what that means out here. We did get a topping signal in the Dow and the ES Mini a little while ago, earlier this morning. So we'll go take a look at those, probably about a couple hours ago. So we'll go take a look at those short term. Oh, let me get the charts out here. It'll make it a little bit easier for you to take a look at. So since I mentioned the ES Mini, let's go take a look at it. So this formed, as did the Dow Equity Future Contract. It formed a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top out there. So great pattern, one that you certainly want to learn and use. The bottom actually was a Rhodes Momentum Indicator signal as well. But this took place at 11 o'clock this morning when that little dark cloud, I'm sorry, that was a bearish engulfing candle that had formed here at 11 o'clock. So price is right now still trading above all of the opening ranges with inside its profile. It's a fairly wide profile for a 30-minute time frame chart. I mean, this ran from 33.22 all the way down to 32.73. That would be a support level. So there's support inside the ES Mini between, well, it really runs from 32.67 to 32.77. That is your support area. Currently trading at 32.84 with a valid top would suggest at least pulling back and testing support. Let's go take a look at the Dow Equity Future Contract. We can take a look at the other two as well for the 30-minute time frame. They just don't have the type of topping signal. And so these two charts here seem to be controlling, at least with regard to providing you and I with information about what the market's intentions are or is. If we take a look at the Dow generated the same. Well, I've got wave number 7. I've got a Rhodes Momentum Indicator. This one had the dark cloud cover candle. Now, price here has just pushed its way back into its first level of support, and that's between the price area of 26,656 and 26,708. A bullish structured 30-minute profile. A close, two closes really, but a close below 26,656 would then send price down to the range area. This is the rest of its opening range between 26,324, bottom of the U.S. opening range, and 26,495, the top of the European opening range. So what's that mean? There's no key levels of support that have been broken inside the Dow. You're going to watch 26,656. Again, a close below that on a 30-minute basis. You should see at least 26,495. So that's what's going on in those two that have generated those nice topping signals for us. We go look at the other two 30-minute time frame charts, Russell 2000. Let's pull this one over here. Having a nice move today on its daily time frame. We got nada, zip, zilch. Zippo. Price is consolidating right now with inside its profiles. The level you're going to watch is 1547. It's trading at 1548 and change out here. A close below 1547 suggests to move back to probably 1532 out there. So right now, or shortly, we should see a key level of support being tested inside the Russell. Inside the NQ out here, the NQ not generating any kind of a topping signal. So that's why I believe it's taking its cue, so to speak, from the ES and the Dow equity future contract out here. Now, price is trading below 11,043.75. That's its TD9 breakout area. We do want to note that the oscillator and change line has changed from green to red, tells us of an ensuing test of that line over the coming many sessions. I don't know how many. I just know over the coming many sessions out there. Price is getting back to the lows of last Tuesday. It could have been last Tuesday, but certainly last Friday. And I don't have any other levels of support. Bar number 6 of a TD9 count. And, Bill, that's a good question. So we did go to, Bill was asking me the question about opening range times. So Steve, opening range times adjusted for end of daylight savings time. So the U.S., the answer there is yes. That's automatically adjusted. Those would be the black lines. But you know what? Russia, the European and the Asian markets, no, I've got to go in there and reset those. So thanks for even mentioning that to me. That would have just probably blown right over my head. So thanks for that. So am I going to worry too much about these opening range levels here right now? Not necessarily. And I can't really do it during the break here. It's too many charts I would have to change in tables and so forth. But thank you for pointing that out to me. So in the case of the NQ, what I do know, no matter what, it's below its real key level of support, which was the TD9 count out there, and that's 11,048. Now, the Qs are red out there, and what you're going to want to be watching, I've seen a bit of chatter inside the Tiger's Den about the NQ, about the NASDAQ 100, the Qs, and so forth, everything out here. What you're going to really want to watch is this chart. This is Apple. Now, if things are going to get rocking and rolling to the downside, then what you would expect, you would anticipate, is Apple would close below its bullish structured daily profile. And price is testing that level right now. That level is 107.82. We've been down to a low of 107.72. We're trading at 107.95 right now. So again, the number to watch there, 107.82. If price closes below that, then now, I don't know if there will be an A to B equals CD to the downside. We wouldn't know that until the B point would be passed. That would be the trading session from September 21st. No reason for us to draw that in right now because we don't have that information. But a key level of support inside, in essence, the NASDAQ 100 is being tested. And this would be in my opinion, this would be one of the key stocks that you would be watching for your signals out there. Duffy, John in the Tigers, and you probably knew that, but I just wanted to make sure you gals had the market profiles and understood where price was trading into. As long as we're talking about market profiles, it wouldn't hurt us to go take a look and see what's happening with the multiple time frame dials out here. Let's go check out that dashboard. Inside the S&P, the interesting thing is you're bullish on the 60, bullish on the 240, bullish on the weekly, very close to being bullish on the daily. When I say very close, there's 94 instruments trading above the top of their profile, and there are 113 below the bottom. So the daily is still slightly bearish out there, but the other three time frames are not out here. If we look at the NASDAQ, we'll see a whole different picture out here. Its daily is bearish. Its 240 is bearish. Its 60-minute is bearish. Its weekly is even bearish out there. So we got the tale of two different types of markets. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back, and we're going to take a look at Exxon Mobil for one of our Tigers. Be right back.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, Taz understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the Taz Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the Taz Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today. Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 248, S&P 17. Let's go to our first question. This one coming in from David H. And David writes in, he says, is Exxon Mobil, XOM, flirting with an A to B equals CD down on the weekly chart and on the monthly chart? So the monthly chart you got beginning January 2020. We're going to take a look at the monthly chart. That's going to be the easier one, I think, for you, for everybody to see out here. So the A to B equals CD to the downside actually begins July of 2014. So what I want you to do is I want you to take a look at the bigger picture out here, David. Don't know what's going on with my cursor out here. You get do this show and we get the ghosts and goblins for some reason. I thought the Halloween was over. So we're going to start with the actual high out here on a monthly basis to figure out the larger A to B equals CD pattern. Not that there can't be A to B equals CD patterns within A to B equals CD patterns, but David, in my opinion here, is better off to take a look at the large one and start with the larger time frame out here. So for me, it's very clear. Oh boy, that sounds like we have very poor connection. Can you hear me in the den? That's not sounding good. That didn't sound good at all. Okay, so we might be back. I'm hoping we're back. Let me change this over so you guys can see my screens out here. Okay, good. Thanks. Sorry about that, folks. No idea what goes on here in the Skype background. So we're looking at Exxon Mobil. I apologize if I'm going to restate things. We're looking at A to B equals CD to the downside in the monthly time frame. That's going to begin in July of 2014 as our A point. Our B point down here is at 66.55. That takes place on the month that began August of 2015. You make a nice 0.786 retracement up to July of 2016. The 1-to-1, we don't have a bullish reversal candle. That's required in order to complete A to B equals CD pattern. If you don't, then you go to the next level. Next level is 46.95. No bullish candle there. Where do you go? Go to the next level. The next level is 33.73. Well, turns out that in the month of April 2020, that is where you got your bullish piercing candle. Now, what we can see out here is 2 months later, price made a run for a high, moving higher, and it was running right into a bearish structured monthly profile. That's at 51.62. And price right now is below the bottom of its monthly profile out there. Monthly, yeah, at 33, we're 33.87. We're looking at Exxon Mobil, and it is trading out at 33. It's traded at 33.87. The bottom of its box is 34.41. So you'd really want to see a close above that. If it takes out the approaching low, so you're still looking on this A to B equals CD pattern. So I want to make, so I'm not going to go take a look at there. Well, I'll open up the monthly chart, but there's going to be all kinds of A to B equals CD patterns out here. The point that I want to make is that this is still a valid buying signal in the case of Exxon Mobil. Why is that, folks? Why is that? Because somebody might look at this and say, hey, Steve, price is below the bottom of that piercing candle. And you're absolutely right. But the piercing candle out here, just because that's the low, I'm trying to get this chart to maybe move sideways. I can't. There we go. We're looking at this candle right here, folks. This is the month of April 2020 out there. Well, because that's your bullish candle, support's going to be the prior candle out here, the lower low of the two, and price is still above that. But in order for this Exxon Mobil to really have any kind of juice here, so to speak, it's got to get it back inside its range. And the range we're talking about is that profile range. So that monthly profile out here, David, really important for price to get back inside. If we take a look at the weekly time frame, the weekly time frame, really right now what it's showing us is just a test of a prior swing point area. That was a swing point on a weekly basis of March the 23rd. The low out there of 30.11, the high of 39.56, the volume there 273 million. Last week price was pushing into that level with 186 million. So it's light in the loafers. You've got price right now on a weekly basis. The week is not over, but it's back inside a weekly profile that formed 3 weeks ago. If it can close this week above 33.24, that would be bullish, but we know the monthly is 34.41, so that's the level you're looking at. On the daily time frame, I can tell you there's a Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom inside of Exxon Mobil. It's in Exxon Mobil. It's in the XOM. It's in a number of the, not obviously, but a number of the constituents inside the XLE. We can go figure out what that's also communicating to us. So on the weekly chart out here, all kinds of A to B equals CD patterns that we could draw in, but we're not going to worry about the one to the downside because the larger one, the monthly, has already confirmed a bottoming pattern as long as those lows still hold. Now, we'll pull over Exxon Mobil, and we'll go from reverse order. We'll go to the daily time frame. As I mentioned, Exxon Mobil has confirmed a Rhodes Momentum Indicator pattern. It did this on October 29th, 3 trading sessions ago. It did it by generating both a key reversal candle and a bullish engulfing candle out here. So we know price is above Stevie's red line out here. You go back to the daily time frame. Where is Exxon Mobil headed to? Exactly. 34.77. That's the top of that daily profile out here. In fact, you can use that 34.77 for anybody that might be long or considering that. You really need to see a close above the top of that daily profile, 34.77, to suggest that there's some type of either change in trend or a further counter trend rally. That further counter trend rally would get you to 36.33 and then 39.42. Let's pull my other charts back over here. Let's go take a look at the weekly time frame and see what we have. David was interested in the weekly. He was interested in the A to B equals CD to the downside. But on a weekly basis, what you have going on this week here is Exxon Mobil right now confirming a Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom for its weekly time frame. Obviously, we're early in the week. It's only 1:25 on Monday. Nonetheless, as we speak at 125 on Monday. Out here, you've got a bullish confirmation that says the Exxon Mobil wants to make a run for 46.42. Now, look, there's all kinds of resistance before it gets up there on the daily time frame, but you've got a nice bottoming. So you have a bottoming signal in Exxon on the daily. You clearly now have it on the weekly, although the week is not over, and we know that we've got it on the monthly time frame out here. So, and that's what I said on Friday to you. I said the most interesting signal, I shared this with you, I said the most interesting signals that I've seen in the market were coming from the energy sector. Because when we take a look at the two candidates, nothing could be more clear with regard to what the intention of each party is. And in the case of the Republican Party, it's frack, frack, frack. In the case of the Democratic Party, it's no frack, no fracking way out there, and everybody's got to buy new cars within the next 5 years because we won't have any more cars running on petrol fuels out there. But the question is, are the charts communicating something to us? Because here, the XLE, the energy sector, is saying it wants to move higher. Interesting. We'll be right back. Back in the day, I joined Hotel California in 2006, and like many of you, was drawn in by, BAM! As well as,
whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows.
You see, I believe that everything in life happens for us, not to us. And Tom ignited the fire within me to want to learn how to master the markets. So how did I go from knowing nothing about technical analysis to becoming the #1 market timer for the S&P 500 in 2018 and the #2 market timer in 2019? Simply put, I hired coaches with a proven track record, which led me to a whole new set of tools that I created to interpret the message of buyers and sellers. I would love the opportunity to teach you this award-winning set of tools and to help you improve your market timing. You can test drive my newsletter service, Mastering Probabilities, for the next 30 days with no risk to you. Plus, you'll gain access to archive workshops that'll take you step-by-step through my system. Sign up today by going to the homepage of TFNN.com and selecting Mastering Probability in the newsletter tab. Bam!
If you're a trader in the market looking to find the path that leads to maximizing profits while decreasing risk, then now is a great time to try out Dave White's daily trading service, The Path of Least Resistance. Through the use of options and equity trades, Dave advises his subscribers on a daily basis of the current market conditions and what possible trade setups are on the horizon. The Path of Least Resistance is published every trading morning, often with updates intraday when initiating trades or closing out positions. Dave White has advised his clients of some outstanding winning options and equity trades in recent months, and now is a great time to try it out for yourself. New subscribers to the Path of Least Resistance receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the types of options and equity trades that are available by signing up for the Path of Least Resistance today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com and selecting the newsletter tab. Sign up today. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 253, S&P 18, NASDAQ off 45 points out there. And really just to complete, I guess, the question, or trying to read into the question that David was asking, I would say it like this, David, with it being the day before the election. Of course, we don't know when we'll see the results or not, but Here's how I would play it. I wouldn't do anything until you find out the election results, because if Trump wins out there and you know his take on fracking, you've got all the bottoming signals that you could want inside the energy sector. The XLE has been beaten down out there, and you just simply jump on board that freight train at the time. Now, don't just do it blindly. You certainly want to go back and see how things are trading out there, and you certainly want light sweet crude to also be generating a bottom signal. So interesting that you say that out there. Of course, I say you said that. I'm talking to myself out there, and you're saying, I didn't say that, Steve-O. All right, so I said it. So interesting that I said that, because if we do go take a look at light sweet crude out here, it's got a couple of bottoming signals. Let's just go. I want to see where they're at today. Oh, it's back on. Both those being confirmed out here. What are those signals? So again, you'd think if the Republicans were going to lose, there's no way that light sweet crude would be showing us a Rhodes momentum indicator bottom pattern, a TD9 count bottom as we speak right now, and all doing it right at its breakout level, 33.68. Now, these TD9s, folks, these are something that you want to learn. You want to understand this. Just sign up, become a member, subscriber of Mastering Probability. There's that plus another 8 or 9 workshops that are on there, so you'll get a full education. There's nobody with inside TFNN, nobody that I know anywhere other than those folks that use this pattern out here would have been able to pick 33.68 as a breakout level. That is exactly where price pulled back to out here. And you've got two valid bottoming signals out here. Now, price right now for light sweet crude, what we can say, it's trading between support and resistance on its daily time frame. That'd be 33.68 to 44.11 out here. If prices can clear 38.17, that doesn't have to do it today out here, but if it does clear Stevie's red line, then that 44.11 level will come into play. So, David, that's how I would play it out here. You've got all the early indications of a move to the upside, but if the Republicans don't win, I don't see how the energy sector, even light sweet crude, maintains these patterns that we are taking a look at. James writes in, and James says, hey, Steve, I'm not in TXT, but would like to hear your analysis. If we were to get in, if we're to get in probably after you're looking at possibly getting in after the election. Okay, so let's go. TXT is Textron, folks, and when we take a look at Textron, it's beautiful looking chart out here in the daily time frame, because it closed above the top of its daily profile on Friday. A second follow through today. You're back inside the weekly profile. So the next move out here, James, is up to the 38.49 to 40.22 level on its weekly time frame. Those are the center and the top of its profile. The bottom of its profile, which it's trading below, is 39.02. So in essence, your real resistance level, I'd say, is 40.22 on the stock out there. Everything, if anything above that, close above that, then you're getting up into the 45 to 51 level. Now, that's just looking at the profile charts. Let's go look at Stevie's other charts out here, get some type of feel if there was any signals that would have helped us get into an entry point here. There's not. I don't even see an A to B equals CD to the downside pattern or anything. But today's action out here, James, prices trade about 36.86. 36.86 was the breakdown resistance level. Again, nobody that I know in technical analysis would be able to have picked out 36.86 as a key level. Now, granted, price is trading above that. That's releasing a ton of information to us. If there's a close above it, certainly two closes, tells you about a change in trend in that signal. And price should run all the way back to its highs, where it's already made a double top. Maybe it's a triple top. It's in the 41 type level out there. Maybe it does the old triple Lindy out there. If we take a look at the weekly time frame chart out here, price above Stevie's oscillator and change line. That's a beautiful thing. This is suggesting that it wants to move higher out here. If we take a look at the monthly time frame, again, this is for Textron. TXT is a ticker symbol. You're above Stevie's red line on the monthly time frame. So though that signal is bullish, for the heck of it, blanks and giggles, let's put it on the quarterly. The quarterly's got problems. Not only is it below the bottom of its monthly profile, it's below Stevie's green line out here, but there's plenty of power in the daily, weekly, and monthly. And on a yearly basis, it's not really that good at this stage of the game. It's trading below last year's close out there. But right now, the daily is suggesting to me and to you, both on its profile chart and Stevie's white background chart, price wants to move higher out there. You're going to wait till after the election, so wait till after the election. Let's come back and take a look at it. Hope that helps you out. James, Hector, and the fuel injectors writes in. He says, hey, happy marvelous Monday. Back at you. Nope, I haven't covered it. It says, please forgive me if Apple buy the D point. Okay, where is the buy the D point on an Apple slide to the downside? All right, so excellent question. Where'd Stevie put that chart? He didn't put it anywhere. But I've got to get a chart that I can draw the A to B equals CD. Let's actually pull up the Apple chart. That would make a heck of a lot of sense, Steve-O. See, I may not be the sharpest tool in the shed, but at least I'm a tool in the shed out here. Now, to answer your question specifically, we've got to go find the A point out here. Well, for me, and I hope for you and everybody else out there, that it sticks out like a red candle that says bullish engulfing somewhere back in the August timeframe. Was that August or September? I guess September. The September 2nd high out there. That's your A point. Then what you're just looking for out here, Hector, is you're looking for the lowest point before you see a real change in trend out here. And in this case here, it happens to be the piercing candle. That's going to be our B point. Our C point, when we look at that, we can see the retracement took us right up to the dark cloud cover. See, the cool thing about the lightning bolt pattern, the A to B equals CD pattern, is the market has to do 75% of the work for us. All you and I have to do is become masters of that last leg, that C to D leg. Yeah, that's how it's just like to simplify things, and that's really so picking out the swing points. Maybe that takes a little bit of work, but you'll get the hang of that easy peasy. Now, we're nowhere near confirming an A to B equals CD inside of Apple. We can't be. The only way you can be is price would have to close below that B point. That's at the 103.10 level out there. We're at 108.09, and price is holding right now the bottom of its bullish structured daily profile. But to answer your question, where is the buy the D point? I will tell you the D point, the 1-to-1 D point, is at 90.51. But even if price gets there, that doesn't mean that's the buy the D point. The buy the D point happens when after getting to one of your price targets, 1-to-1, 1-to-1.272, somewhere in that range, you then see the cavalry rush in. And the cavalry, they cannot hide from you. If the cavalry's rushing in, 99.9% of the time, they're going to generate a bullish reversal candle out there. So that's how you'd be looking at it. But to answer your question, Hector, that price point of the 1-to-1, I'm not saying buy that, is 90.51. And we are also not saying that that's where price is headed to right now, because price must close below first the bottom of that daily profile and then below the B point, which is at 103.10. So Hector and Patty, have a magnificent Monday. Thanks so much for writing in. Mr. Bill writes in, he said, no, he doesn't write in. He just types a comment. So, Steve, if Trump loses, will all your chart reading be called into question? Well, I'm not sure. What do you mean out there? Oh, my chart reading. I'm just reading the energy sector out there, right? And saying, hey, we're looking for tells, right? Will it be wrong? No, I'm not saying to go take that trade in the energy sector. My recommendation to anyone listening was wait till after the election. Because if, in fact, Trump wins, let me ask you, Mr. Bill, if Trump wins, would you invest in the XLE, the energy sector, based on its signals today? Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
If you haven't checked out the newsletters page of TFNN.com, what are you waiting for? All of the TFNN newsletters are informative, up-to-date, affordable, and a must-have for every trader looking to gain a competitive informational edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets to offer you the very latest in market news. Plus, new subscribers get to test drive our newsletters risk-free for 30 days. From all aspects of the markets, including stocks, bonds, metals, commodities, and tech, there's a newsletter to fit your needs exclusively from TFNN. Stay informed each day you trade and get that competitive edge that will help you stay ahead of the game. Visit our newsletters page by going to TFNN.com and click the newsletters button near the top of the page. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Directions Daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foresight Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Got a request to take a look at Workday. Ticker symbol there is WDAY. Currently trading out at 203.16. It is today not looking good out there, S&P. And the reason is because it's trading below the bottom of a daily profile that formed 2 days ago. That's 209.88. That would suggest to you and I that the price is targeting 196.79. That would be the top of its weekly profile. We don't know if the top will hold as a support level, but it is the first target. Below that would be the 189 area. And 189 is the center of its weekly profile and the center of its monthly profile. So any close below 196, that's where price would target. And then you've got 181 and 148. Those would become your price targets. But right now, price should continue lower based upon price trading below. I don't know what the end of the day looks like, but S&P, if it's below 209.88, then it's headed lower. Let's look at my other charts out here. So we take a look at Workday. What else can we learn about it? What we can learn here is so this is interesting. So today is not just bearish because it took out the bottom of that daily profile. It's also taken out the low of its TD9 count out there. So that too is bearish. So 178.95 is where prices very likely headed back to. That's based upon the weekly chart, and that was 178.95 was the next TD9 count breakout level out there. On the weekly time frame, what do we have for signals? Price below Stevie's green line. I don't have anything more than that, but that too is suggesting a lower price out there. The monthly time frame price right now trading below Stevie's green line. Out here it does have a Rhodes Momentum Indicator signal triggered, but the current one has not been confirmed, but still is suggesting lower price. So S&P, this says that it wants to move to a lower ground out here, and no bottoming signals or anything along those lines on the daily time frame. Will price find support in the 195-ish area where it has before? I don't know. If it does, I don't have a reason to point that out to you other than just prior swing point, but certainly below that 179 area would come into play. So I hope that helps you out with regard to what you're looking at. Another request inside the Tiger's Den is Shopify, SHOP. So let's go take a look at it and see where this is trading, see what it's trading into. Trading below the daily profiles out here, did that a few days ago. Trading with inside the weekly profile. Below the center, bearish in structure. When you're below a center of a bearish structured profile, odds favor you're going to go test the bottom of that profile. So 870.15 is your price target. Now, before price gets there, it may find a little bit of support at 894. That happens to be the center of its bearish structured monthly profile. Here's the important thing, That is this. We'll go look at my other chart, see if there's any other signals out here. But on a monthly basis, if it closes below that center, 894.43, obviously it's just the beginning of the month, that would tell you when you close below the bottom of a bearish structured profile, usually what sellers can do is push price all the way back to support. Well, that's at 389.46. You're going to watch that 894 level like a hawk out here. Let's go see if there's any kind of bottoming signals on the daily time frame. And voila, no, there's not a bottoming signal. Price is coming back to a very key level of support. That's at the 894.18. That is the breakout level of support. So 894.18 is really where price is headed to. If price closes below that, that's when the 870 level will come into play, the bottom of that weekly profile. But no bottoming signal as price gets in there. It still can find support at 894.18. But two closes below that will say sayonara, adios, see you later, hasta la vista, baby, the whole 9 yards. If we take a look at the weekly time frame chart, you've got a confirmed seventh wave move, a confirmed Rhodes momentum indicator top, price headed lower. Now support here is going to be the candle prior to that weekly bullish engulfing candle. That's at the 839.40 level. So that's where price is headed to based upon this set of charts out here. We take a look at the monthly time frame. It's suggesting 862. This has certainly has a sell, the D point of an A to B equals CD pattern. I'm not going to draw that in here because I can't on this white background chart, but it does. You've got the key bearish engulfing candle, key reversal session. This says price headed to 862. So Shopify wants lower price out there, and the real question is going to be, can it hold 894.18? That is really the next key battleground for it. So I hope that helps you out. Thanks so much for writing in. And no other questions that we've got. If somebody in the Tiger's Den wants me to post something up, I would go ahead and punch that in, private or public, and I will be happy to do that. In the meantime, I know we have folks that like to look at gold and silver. So let's go do that for them. Give me a second here to change up the charts and to crush this ice cube that snuck into my mouth when I went ahead and took a swig of water out there. Trying not to get it to crunch through the speaker out here. So we got gold, the December contract for gold, trading out at 1893.70, really just consolidating with inside its profile. As you can see, the very left-hand panel of my chart out there. So it's trading in between 1862 and 1922 out there. Is there anything else inside of gold that I can share with you? Well, I'm going to try to get those other charts up here so that I can answer that question. The question is, what's the likelihood the price is going to go run to that 1922 or those descending trend lines out there? And the answer, my friend, is I don't know. We don't have that signal just yet. See how price is traded right into Stevie's oscillator unchanged line, which is red. And when it's red and you're below it, that's a bearish signal out here. So we don't have a confirmation inside gold that it wants to run any higher just yet. If we get a nice close above Stevie's green line, different thing. We're only above it by a buck or so. And on a $1,900 instrument, the buck does not get my skirt to fly up, if you know what I mean out there. If you take a look at silver, before we even go look at the silver chart out here, we don't have to. Silver doing the same thing. You can see price testing Stevie's red line. So is the intercession high in gold and silver? Here, gone. Well, an easy way to find out would be, or a way to find out, would be to go take a look at its short-term charts out here. So let's go take a look at it. And what I really should do is I'll do it off the screen here. It'll make it a little bit easier. But I'm just going to change that opening. Oh, actually, I can do it in a heartbeat here. Let me just put up the new template that I put in there, which was opening range, not daylight savings time, so that I could pick it out. So let me get this chart here, and then let me get us to the gold contract, and then I'll be with you, and we'll answer the question. We'll let the charts answer the question for us. On the 30-minute time frame, has gold topped for the day? GC 30. No wonder it said, hey, you got the wrong. I was put in, instead of 1220, I put in 1230. See, I cannot chew gum and type at the same time. Not that I'm chewing gum, but I know that I can't do that. You know, we don't have a topping signal inside of Goldilocks on the short-term time frame. But I'm getting a weird signal out here on the bar. There's a bad piece of data because my ticks did not move all the way down to 1880 in that last half hour. But regardless of that, there's a potential topping signal. The Rhodes momentum indicator signal has been triggered, but no confirmation here as we speak right now. So we just have to rely upon that daily time frame chart out there for gold and silver. Run into Stevie's red line, and that, in fact, could cap prices. So we get back from this breakout here. TKC in the Den wants to take a look at FNV, Franco-Nevada, and AUM, Yamana Gold out there. That's how we'll close out the show. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
With markets trading with extreme volatility and peaks and troughs everywhere, regardless of what you're looking at in the markets, this is a great time to see the type of analysis Basil Chapman delivers for his subscribers every market day with the Opening Call newsletter. Basil has been analyzing markets, providing his take for subscribers to his trading services since 1984. Every morning, Basil publishes an update for his subscribers, along with weekend and evening updates when warranted. The Opening Call provides traders a daily market overview with regard to the direction of the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, along with specific recommendations, including stops and targets. You also gain instant access to Basil's subscriber webinar archive from earlier this year, a dark cloud cover, and essential market analysis. Ride the Chapman wave today by signing up for the Opening Call newsletter on the front page of TFNN.com under the newsletter tab. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Sign up today.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. The printing presses are working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The U.S. deficit has risen 200% in 1 year with no end in sight. The markets are looking for an additional stimulus bill to get us through this once-in-a-generation pandemic. There is no free lunch, folks. The more stimulus dollars put into the marketplace, the less your dollar is worth each and every day. This is the time to protect yourself with a portion of your portfolio in the metal market. The Gold Report comes out each Monday morning. I bisect and dissect the dollar, silver, gold, the XAU, and the HUI. The Gold Report is a long-term hedge against the dilution of your buying power. The U.S. has put more than $6 trillion into the marketplace in the last 6 months, with more expected in the next few months. The market did and does need the stimulus, but it will have long-term implications on our buying power. The Gold Report comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Go to TFNN.com and order the Gold Report now. Protect your buying power. Order the Gold Report now.
Introducing Primal Edge.
Today, it's even more important to take a supplement that complements your health. Primal Edge is specifically formulated to boost your immune system and help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Our early ancestors found all their nutritional requirements in the wild environment. But today, our food sources don't contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients that we need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated humic and fulvic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They've been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, without them, life cannot exist.
That's right, Ellen. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge. Just $89 exclusively at TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. The Dow's up 201, S&P 10, the NASDAQ 100 down 87. We're going to go finish off the show by taking a look at Franco-Nevada and Yamana Gold. FNV is the ticker symbol. First, I have to find my cursor out here. Where did that go? Some weird things going on with the system out here. So Franco-Nevada, here's what we know. I just consolidated with inside a bearish structured profile out here. Resistance areas 139.12 to 140.17. It hit that, it tested it, rejected it. Trading in between really support and resistance. Support, as you'll see, is the bottom of the weekly profile that was tested and rejected last week. That number is 136.61, but you're trading 136.84 right now. If price were to close on a weekly base below 136.61, You're headed to 132.83, but you could also be headed to $94. This is also inside a bearish structured monthly profile. So the larger time frame chart for Franco-Nevada, with its close below the center of its bearish structured profile, longer period of time is saying it wants to move to lower price out there. Not until price gets back above that will that message for that period of time change. If we look at the daily time frame, we will see that there is a TD9 bottom. This TD9 bottom formed on, well, no, I take that back. It did not form a TD9 bottom. The low was bar number 7 out there. So no TD9, so no bottoming signal out here. Trading with inside the daily profile. So, and it's bearish in structure. So just the consolidation that's on. Oh, that's the weekly. That's the weekly time frame I was looking at. I thought it was the daily. That's a weekly time frame. So in the weekly time frame, still no bottom. That's important because there's no bottom. That's insane. Maybe this level of support that is trading into 136.61 is not going to hold out there. The daily time frame. Let me pull this over, see what kind of signals we have. We don't have any kind of bottoming signal here. And on the monthly time frame, prices right now trade below Stevie's green line. It says be careful on Franco-Nevada. It says really be careful if you start seeing it close below 136.61. I apologize, not enough time to do Yamana Gold out there. We'll do that tomorrow. But stay tuned, folks. 2 more great hours left. David White's up next. Tom O'Brien to take us on home. And I'll see you on Terrific Tuesday. Take care, folks.